In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 accessories which are a must-have if you're ordered the iPhone 17 Pro, if you're planning to order it, or if you've got it in your possession. The video is sponsored by ESR. However, on this channel, I only actually promote products which I like, are good quality, and that I actually use myself. When it comes to the ESR accessories, it's an easy recommendation. I've been using them for the 17 Pro as soon as it came out, previous generation on the 16 Pro, and even before then on the 15 Pro. Great quality products at a great price. So it's easy to recommend for you guys at home. And I'm sure some of you are already using these products. So leave a comment down below if you are actually using it. Now, before we get into the actual accessories, a like and a subscribe would go a long way. I've seen a lot of you engaging with the actual videos, liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, which I really do appreciate. And let's keep it going. Let's check out these accessories. So the first product I'm about to show you is actually one of my personal favorites when it comes to a case. It's the classic hybrid magnetic case by ESR. As you can see, I've got a bunch of colors here, and I do like that they make it in a variety of colors. It allows you to customize your phone however you want. You've got the clear black, you've got frosted black, frosted green, frosted blue, and then this frosted orange, all which can be mixed and matched no matter what phone color you actually get. And then the one I actually used on my iPhone is the completely clear one, just because I like to see that cosmic orange color all the way through the phone. Now, for a case that's actually quite thin when you compare it with others, it does give you a bunch of protection. You get reinforced air guard corners. You actually get dual protection on the camera lens, which is something I always look for in cases. I feel like the cameras, especially now this plateau, is one of the most fragile pieces on the back of the phone. And on here, you get the full plateau coverage, so you already get protection there. You get the plate that goes around the lenses and protects the plateau, and you get this second layer of this zinc alloy that goes over the top, gives you a lot of clearance for your camera, so you don't have to be worried if you drop your phone face down or put it face down on a table or anything. You've got plenty of coverage there to protect your cameras. Not only that, you've got a nice lip on the front, so even if you put your phone down on the face, you should have no issues. 11 feet of drop protection. And then also when it comes to the camera control, something I don't personally use, but I know some people out there do use it. It's nice that they've included a camera control cover, which fully protects the camera control button, because I have seen online it can cost a pretty penny to fix that camera control button. So even if you don't use it like me, it's nice to have a button or a cover over the top of it, so you at least know that it's not going to get damaged. With the case being only 1.5 millimeters thin, really helps for charging efficiency with it having a flat back as well. When it does come to charging or attaching MagSafe accessories, you get a really strong magnet in the back. I think it's 1500 grams of actual magnetic force, which, to put into perspective, the usual cheaper cases only give you 700 grams. So you get more than double in here. So what that means is when it comes to attaching your phone to MagSafe chargers, whether it be at the desk or in the car, or putting accessories on the back of the phone, you don't have to worry about the accessories falling off or the phone falling off the accessory, which is good peace of mind. Then the most underrated feature, which I think every case should have, is in that camera protection, you've actually got a stand which you can position your phone into landscape mode or portrait mode, which until I actually got one and I started using it, I didn't realize how often I would actually prop my phone up. And I like that they've hid it. It works as a two-in-one, so it's a stand and protection for your camera, and it doesn't interfere with the actual MagSafe on the back of the phone. Screen protectors, and that's the second item on the list. And this is no ordinary screen protector. This is the Ultra Fit Armorite Pro screen protector by ESR. I like it for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it's accessory glass by Corning. Corning are the actual ones that make the glass on the iPhones. So when it comes to screen protection, we both know that they know what they're doing. It's 10 times stronger than a generic screen protector. And what I like the most is a two-step anti-bubble, anti-dust installation. It takes about 15 seconds. If you don't believe me, I've actually made a separate video on the installation of this because I like it so much. Why that's important is for the longest time people have been paying professionals to install screen protectors, which can come at an extra cost, and not everyone has extra money to spend for that. With this, you purchase the box, you install it at the PC of your own home, you get 3 in the actual box, so once you install one, you can either keep the other 2 as a backup, or you can share it with your friends and family. On the actual glass, you get an anti-reflective coating, which should help with reflections, and you get scratch resistance as well. So all in all, very good value for money. And that's why it's one of my favorite screen protectors to use. Item number 3 is a special one, and especially if you're like me and you like wireless charging. I think I used wireless charging like 90% of the time, And with Qi2 previously at 15 watts, it was noticeably slower than having a wired charge. Now we've got Qi 2.2 at 25 watts and it closes that gap. Now this is the ESR 3-in-1 CryoBoost Qi 2.2 wireless charger. I know it's a nameful, but with the CryoBoost, it includes a fan in there that will cool your phone while it's charging, that will increase the charging efficiency. Now Qi 2.2 gives you that 25 watts of charge on both the iPhone 17 series and the iPhone 16 if you've got iOS 26 installed, so bear that in mind. Now you also get Apple Watch charger that clips in the back, and you can charge your AirPods on the bottom section here. If you don't like to have the CryoBoost fan on, you can just press of a button, it will turn off the light and the CryoBoost fan. Another thing that in these days that we don't even get a charging adapter or a cable in the box of the iPhone, you get both of them in the actual box. So you get a 50-watt charging brick and a USB-C to USB-C cable in the box of the ESR 3-in-1. So even more value for money when it comes to purchasing one of these. I think this was one of the first ones out with the Qi 2.2. I know ESR are bringing out a lot more Qi 2.2 accessories, which I'll probably cover later on. Let me show you the comparison between the Qi 2 15-watt charger they previously had and the Qi 2.2 25-watt charger when it comes to the size difference. So as you can see, the white one is the Qi 2 15-watt and the black one is the Qi 2.2 25-watt. Look at that size difference for something that's so much faster, so much more efficient. Now, I looked online and the iPhone 17 with a 40-watt adapter, I think charges to 50% in around 30 minutes, give or take. And I wanted to test that for myself. I know ESR said it would charge the iPhone 17 Pro up to 50% in 30 minutes, but I did my own testing. I got my iPhone down to 2%, my 17 Pro, set the timer on for 30 minutes, and I thought, let's see how high it will go in that 30 minutes time. I think it got to around 55, 57%. So very noticeable upgrade, and I'm very pleased because now wireless charging I think is so much more convenient than having to look for a cable and plug it into the iPhone all the time. Some people would say the wired one is more safe, but personally I've been using wireless charging, like I said, so often, and even with the 16 Pro, my battery health was down to like 95%, 94% after a year of doing that, so can't be that bad. All of these accessories going to be linked down below in the description box and the comments box for you. Let me know if you use any of these ESR accessories, and I appreciate you watching. Of course, as always, I appreciate you subscribing. A subscribe and a like would go a long way. Leave a comment, an Apple emoji or something if you've made it this far in the video, and tune in for more iPhone content coming very soon. So I'll see you on the next one.